Hello, Leo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. For others of you, this could be a current relationship and there's a lack of communication. Betrayal. For others of you, this could be a situationship or someone that you've met and there's a whole lot of energy, a lot of heartbreak here. No one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right. Wow. Leo, it started off really rough. The rest of the cards are not bad, but we do have here 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Huge meaning. And these feelings and emotions, this is what your person of interest has been going through. Now, this is a general love reading, so some of you may also be experiencing this. First card, the strongest, we have here fear, followed by embracing the shadow, betrayal, wild woman, pleasure, awakening, sensuality, surrender. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have power. All right. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Leo, the things that I have put you through, the things that I have done, the things that I cannot undo. I understand what I've done now, and I do feel fear. I'm afraid of this connection. I'm afraid of the consequences, the circumstances that I am in. They make me feel paranoid about us. I feel nervous, anxious even. Sometimes I have anxiety. I also know that in this connection, there is this insecurity, the feeling of being unworthy. I do know and I understand that the things that I have done have been less than honorable. A long time ago, it may have seemed to you that I am very confident. I am very secure, and I had a lot of self-esteem, but all that has changed. I am not confident, and I have lost my self-esteem. I am no longer that person that you thought I was. And with this fear, with this nervousness that I have, contacting you, connecting with you, the feeling of being unworthy, I just don't know what to do anymore. So I keep my distance. You have seen a side of me, Leo, that was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. The side of me that feels so distant, not wanting to tell you, not wanting to show you who I really am. I didn't want you to know the truth. I also know that in this connection, things now are very awkward. Everything feels a bit uncomfortable. I also know that in this connection, I want to connect with you, I want to talk to you, but because it's so awkward, nothing's happening. And it's because of the way I have behaved, the betrayal that I've caused, the lies, the betrayal, manipulation, doing things in an urgent way and calling it important, and then poof, I'm gone. For hours, sometimes. Not telling you the truth. You thought you could predict me and you thought you knew me. Well, it turns out you never really knew me at all. Things were different. Things have been different. I am aware that there are complications, and I have, in fact, I've ruined a good thing. We had a good thing, but I know that whatever I have done, I ruined it all. And I betrayed you. Now there is a lack of faith and a lack of trust. I also know that I have been deceitful. There has been deception, which led to suspicion. I have taken out a few words. What you don't know won't hurt you, or will it? Did you need to know the full truth? It seems like you did. Because now, to you it seems, and I know it is what it is, that I really did cheat. I lied. I was not truthful. I was hiding. I was trying to be sneaky. I thought I could get away with it. But I realized that I can't. In this connection, the pleasure that I have felt is so overwhelming that now it even scares me. The amount of passion that you express to me, I feel unworthy of it. Someone else deserves it, and you deserve better. I finally started to see things from your perspective, putting myself into your shoes, seeing things from your lens. And I realize now that things are different. So much has changed. And I'm not sure what to do to fix my situation, what to do to fix any of this. Indeed, I have found you to be, and you still are, very sensual, very sexy, gorgeous. Your personality, your charm, your charisma, your talents, they are unmatched. I do feel that in this connection, you and I, we have a bond. But that bond, I feel that I was focusing more on the physical instead of the spiritual and the emotional. And so to you it may have seemed as if I used you, misused you, took you for granted, did not value you, didn't give you the time that you really deserved, and I was not patient with you. I sometimes would grow very frustrated. And Leo, this is because it was all about me, center of attention. I need it all. I want it all. But seeing now that there was so much love back then, You used to give me a lot of love. I have surrendered to that feeling. I have surrendered to you. The feelings that I have, they are true. They are sacred. I know and I feel that in this connection, you are someone who has given me a sense of belonging. I feel as if I belong to you and you belong to me. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, and my body to you. And it's hard for me to move on from that. It's hard for me to even express that to you, since things are so awkward between us. I also know that in this connection, you have power over me, and you don't even know it. I do feel that in this connection, you are that one person who has the ability of making me feel powerless. I feel emotionally vulnerable, and I feel weak at the knees. But you are someone who is very tempting, and I do feel tempted. I do feel that in this connection, you and I, we have had our moments, a lot of intimate moments. And I know for you it may seem as if, how did all this happen? Why did I treat you like this? How could it have gotten this bad? I realize now that everything I've done, it scares me. I scare me. I don't even know why I do the things that I do. But I do know that what I did was wrong. I also know that I want to connect with you, but I just don't know how. I find it difficult because things are very uncomfortable now. They're very awkward. All right, Leo. Big changes here, huge changes. Your person of interest, in a nutshell, this is what happened. You were with them, they were with you, whether this is physically or energetically. You feel, or they feel, that they used you, or you feel that they used you, took you for granted. And then they started to have this change in their mind and their heart. They felt, no, I can't do this anymore. I feel that I am unworthy of my Leo. And so because of that, they decided to move on, not connect with you as much. The problem here is that from your point of view, you may feel, wow, this person just was there to use me physically. We have here the sensuality card. But the truth is, whatever has happened has made them feel overwhelmed and as well as very scared. They're no longer confident as they once were. They don't have self-esteem. They don't have that oomph. It's all gone. It's absolutely gone. And it's because of their own actions. Leo, this is a them problem, honestly. What they did, they need to resolve. They need to heal. This is truly not up to you. They have to fix this. All right, let's have a look. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. All right, so with the Lover's Path Tarot, we have here something I like to have a look at. And what I look at is the past. What happened in this connection in the past that may have made the entire connection go downhill. So things were going great. They were going fine. It was accelerating, but then something happened and things started to change. And you're wondering what happened. Why did it change? Was it my fault? Is it something I did, or is it something I said? What could I have done to make this person stay? Sometimes, Leo, we may ask ourselves these questions, but I've seen through many of my readings, it's not sometimes us. It's actually them. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up over this, because most of the time it's not a you problem, it's a them problem. Let's have a look. We have here the Seven of Cups. Nope, Seven of Staffs and the Four of Staffs. I am seeing in my mind's eye, though, Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups. Let me just quickly, Seven of Cups, that is a lot of temptation, but not really taking any action, overindulging, not making the move because of procrastination, and trying to, or rather, rephrase that, reviewing and viewing the world in a way that is not practical, but the way that one would think in terms of fantasy. Having a lot of choices, knowing that you are the choice, but not really making that choice, but procrastinating a lot. Four of Cups I'm seeing here in my mind's eye as Four of Cups. The person is a little bored, but they also know that what they did was wrong. They are feeling that they need to go through a lot of self-reflection in order to understand what they did. Like, why did they do this? They do have the Three in front where they can reconcile, but they refuse to do so. And so they are waiting and seeing what type of reaction you may have in the coming future. All right, let's just open our eyes and get to what I actually have here physically. Okay, Seven of Staffs and the Four of Staffs. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to read the whole thing because this entire card is very, very informative. So this talks about how your person of interest in the past. Oh, and just before I start, for those of you who are new, sorry guys, I didn't announce my little sentence that I usually put in there. This is for those of you that never found a closure. Okay? This person could have ghosted you, they could have abandoned you, they could have faded over time, and you are left wondering what happened. Okay? That's it. Let's have a look. Seven of Staffs. Your person of interest in the past, at some point in time in this connection, started to feel and act very defensive, combative. And for some reason, they felt that there was a lot of struggle. Here, it talks about instability. Success was possible, but only after dealing with difficult people or difficult situations that oppose intentions. Here, the card suggests to be careful not to let other people's mess become their own. In the reverse, and I read these cards in the reverse, it does talk about feeling overwhelmed, being your own worst enemy, creating problems to distract from what was really going on. So this person was feeling very overwhelmed with certain things, and instead of dealing with, for example, here we have creating problems to distract from what was really going on. So instead of discussing, for example, problem ABC, and you knew it and they actually know it inside that ABC is the problem, they kept bringing up XYZ, even though, no, it's not the actual issue. That's something that could have been dealt with later. But this is the problem here. Your person of interest started to avoid certain things because it just made them feel uneasy and insecure. This is exactly why they were starting to feel a little defensive. And they were trying to literally defend themselves when certain things happened, when the both of you got into an argument or some type of a discussion. This person may have gotten very defensive. Now, that defensiveness also comes from insecurity. They didn't really want to be combative, but sometimes what happens is with that attitude, we do have a lot of struggle. And when a person is overwhelmed, which is what this person was as well, with many issues that are going on in their life, it doesn't have to be just with you. It could have been even at home. They may be having arguments or problems with someone at home. And so that sort of issue, it reflects, right? Even when we have an argument at home, many of us go to work, many of us are going about our daily business, and we can't stop thinking about the argument. We can't stop thinking about what we could have said, or even how it could have been avoided in the first place, right? So we think of these things because they stay on our minds. And this is the problem here. Your person of interest was so enveloped in this that they really were not moving forward in a positive way because this was still on their mind. Certain things that were happening, certain things that were a struggle. And so they're trying to be defensive, trying to basically stand up for themselves, even though it might not be the right reasons. Now, the next card we have here is another interesting card. That is the Four of Staves. So the Four of Staves here talks about a lack, and I'm reading this in the reverse, a lack of stability, not really wanting to create a home and not really looking for closure. Wanting stability, but having a lot of frustrations or disappointments in the home. This talks about a lack of satisfaction and possible issues with a marriage or domestic partnership. Closure was needed to an unstable situation. But this person wanted the complete opposite. Now, one of the reasons why is when we have here disappointments in the home, this does show me that there were certain things in the home environment that this person was going through, was not good. They did not feel good about it. And the problem is sometimes whoever is going through something like this, hard times, because they don't have any control, it's the circumstances they're stuck in. They have to roll with the punches, so to speak. Hopefully not practically, but metaphorically speaking, they have to roll with the punches. And the problem is sometimes they have to do things that they do not believe that they resonate with. Here we have a situation where there are issues at home and they wanted to escape this. That's also why they were so close to you, because you provide that great escape. You provide that, and I'm sorry to say it, like an amusement park. There's no reality for a while. When they're with you, it's all fun and games, but they love it and they enjoy it. But then when they go home, or when life really starts to hit them again, like, oh my gosh, I have to go now, life is getting real, their mood starts to change. And whatever they actually are supposed to be talking about, they avoid. They do not talk about it. So that's a problem. Here we do definitely have somebody who's overwhelmed. They don't know what to say, when to say it. Not really opening up as much as they should. Because the truth is, if they were to open up, they wouldn't feel so stuck. Emotionally, they would not feel as stuck. Because right now, I do see them being emotionally very bound, not having that sort of closure. One of the reasons also why people don't want closure, it's because they have their foot in the door. The door is still ajar. It's still a little open. You see, if the door is completely shut, it's harder for them to knock, metaphorically speaking, and get back into your life. But if they leave the door a little open, it leaves that uncertainty, right? But the problem I don't like with that, right, is that they have you on the back burner then. They have you wrapped around their finger. They have you in the back pocket. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be in that situation, right? Either you're with them or you're not. End of story. There's no gray area in between. It shouldn't be like that. It's not healthy for anybody. And there shouldn't be a waiting game where you are waiting for them. That's not fair. Karmically, that is bad. Not for you, but for the person that's putting you through this. You shouldn't have to go through that. Nobody should. Up to a certain point, I understand there's a grieving period, there's a healing period, there's the wisdom period, but if you've been waiting for a long, long time and you notice that there's nothing going on here, this person's going to have to do something then. Either you're going to have to move on or they're going to have to speak up. We have here the beginner's tarot deck. So here I'll be looking at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. All right, we have here the King of Wands, followed by Justice. After that, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yikes. And the Eight of Swords. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely something going on here. You have a peekaboo card. The Chariot. Okay. You also have another peekaboo card, don't you? King of Cups. And it comes before this one. All right. Interesting. Quite an array of cards here. We have a situation. Leo. King of Wands, your person of interest here does know that they have a lot of passion for you. You are aware of this as well, but the problem here is they feel that you are what's the word? Unavailable. They feel you're unavailable. So that's the problem. Some of you here in this particular reading may be in a third-party situation. In this connection, there may be 3 people or maybe even 4 people. Like a love triangle or a, what would you call a quad, right? Quadrangle? Silly. 4 people, okay? Instead of just 3. We have made 2 different couples, okay? So this is an issue because it does show me here there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of sensual passion, you see. But it also shows the frustration, the fiery frustration that I can't have such and such person because they are taken. Now, keep in mind, the third party doesn't have to be another person either. It could be perhaps that at this point in your life, I'm seeing the word stability. Some of you want more materialistic pleasures. You are working hard. You are trying to finish up that course. You're trying to go back to school. You're trying to take care of the family, the sick loved one. God forbid, knock on wood, I hope everybody's safe and healthy. But there's certain issues that we have in our life that we have to take care of. Your person of interest is looking at it in a very negative sort of way. They're seeing it as an obstacle, actually. Anything that you're doing, they see it as an obstacle. Now, we also have here Justice, which is great to have. This does talk about how your person of interest realizes that there's not an equal give and take here. Unfortunately, Leo, I'm seeing your person here being a little selfish and stubborn. I'm seeing them trying to tilt the ball on this teeter-totter. It's on a balance, the teeter-totter. The ball is headed towards them. They want to have everything in their court, in their way. Everything has to be their way or the highway. That's what I'm seeing here. We do have this person waiting. They are waiting for certain things to change in this connection. They do feel that they have invested some time, energy, and effort in this. But we also have an issue here where we have, with the Justice, trying to make things right, knowing that whatever they did was wrong. Also, we have, with the Justice, understanding that things need to be equal, an equal give and take. With the Seven of Pentacles, your person of interest feels that they have invested some time, energy, and effort, and here we have coins. So they actually feel that their time is money and that they have invested some time in this connection. They want to see results. They want to see how things go, how things turn out. The problem here, Leo, is that we have the Eight of Swords. So this does show me that your person of interest here, they are not allowed to see. They're not allowed to hear. They're not supposed to be walking, in the sense, beyond the bounds of what they have. Their arms are tied, hands, legs, feet are tied. They are surrounded by swords. They are caged. There's only a certain perimeter. And then far in the distance, somebody's actually watching them like a hawk. Now that, for me, is a whole lot of restrictions, constraints, burdens, certain things that this person cannot release themselves from. It could also be that they are in a situation. Remember earlier, you did have the Four of Staves, and that does talk about that sense of stability, wanting stability, but not really claiming it or wanting it at that moment in time in the past. Why? Because there was a lot of disappointments in the home environment. This card goes very well with that, meaning that there's something going on in this person's personal life where there are a lot of restrictions. Now, typically, this card also talks about internal conflict and external conflicts. So internal meaning that they themselves may not be prepared, and external meaning that other people might be causing problems. Other people meaning other influences, people who are jealous, friends, family, co-workers. It could be anybody. But whatever it is, it shows that they do not have the freedom to release themselves from this and move forward. So that's pretty interesting. It's upsetting, but it is what it is, guys. We also have here the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, your person of interest definitely has noticed that when you're not there, they feel the absence of your presence and you provide them love. They feel love, but they miss it when you're not there. Because of this, Leo, they're being pulled by desire towards you. Really interesting. Desire. They're rushing towards you. They finally made a decision and they want to communicate with you. They want to rush into your life. Now, interesting, we have here the King of Wands and the King of Cups. So there is a hint of love that is rushing through because now this person realizes that, yeah, I really do feel for my Leo. I have feelings for them. It wasn't such a realization before, but because of the heartache and because of the difficulties that the both of you may have gone through, something changed here and it has really made them understand and realize the value of you. Now, it could also be the Queen of Swords. This is the overall arching theme. They may see you as somebody who is very jaded, somebody who's very upset because of the things that they have done. Now, there are certain things that they may have said and done, certain things that they may have done to hurt you. And so they think that anybody in your position would be really ticked off. You'd be really upset. So they feel that, hey, if I was in this person's position, this is how I would act. They see you as somebody who's very upset. You have here a cold look. The heart is now a little bit of an icy kind of feeling, like an ice princess or an ice king. Somebody who needs to be thawed. But the only reason, it's because somebody put them in that situation in the first place. This person wasn't by default like this. So somebody turned them into someone like this. Now, this doesn't mean that you are like this. This means that in this person's mind, they feel that this is what they've done to you and you may be quite upset. This is how they feel. And this is one of the reasons why it's hard for them, even that sense of paranoia, to approach you because they don't know what the result's going to be. In a situation like this, guys, there's no rushing it. You have to take it slow. Literally, you have to test the waters. You can't be rushing into something like this. And I would also be very careful because there are other factors playing in. Now, I don't know if this is other people, or this is just a situation or projects or something, some type of responsibility. But what I do know is that this all falls under a third-party situation. Something here is holding someone back from being with the other person the way that they would like to. Now, whether that is being held up because of a project, because of career-related issues, because of finances, because of a divorce, taking care of kids, taking care of a parent who's not feeling so well. Like, there could be so many things, right? But that's all considered third party. And they see you as somebody who they've really hurt. And now you are behaving in this way, according to them, in their mind, okay? It's not what you are actually doing. Some of you are here because you're absolutely in love with this person. You're not cold. You're very warm and you want this person to reach out. But from their point of view, they feel that, hey, if I was to do something like this to someone, how would I feel? This is how I would feel. And that's how they're feeling right now towards you. That they know that you may be somebody who's really upset. And so it's hard for them to approach you. All right, just going to do a quick prayer, guys. I have here Archangel Answer cards. All right, we have here, look for a sign. Now, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Followed by recovery, then we have here peaceful resolution. After that, we have choose a new direction. After that, we have you are ready and let go. Perfect timing. Ask for help from others. Interesting. So get some advice. Now, I see there's two groups here. Okay, so those of you that want to be with this person, this message is for you. Here, certain things have happened in this connection and you may not have been noticing the signs earlier. But now it's important for you to do so. There may be signs, synchronicities, maybe even words that come from this person, and you need to really evaluate and think, what is this individual trying to tell you? Eventually, we do have here signs from the universe, and this is, of course, just not the universe. This is the celestial beings being helped by the angels in heaven and governed by God. Okay? So it's not just like, oh, anybody is helping you. No. There's a system in place. Now, we also have here, with this, recovery. So for both groups here, this situation may have taken a toll on some of you, so recovery is very important. And this does show me that certain people that have gone through a certain amount of things in this connection, whether it be because of stress, anxiety, or different levels of depression, there is going to be a recovery and there's going to be a peaceful resolution in this connection. So there's going to be some talks. So there's going to be a little bit of talking. There's going to be a little bit of discussion, but there's going to be a peaceful resolution. But it's only going to happen, Leo, if you choose a new method of approach. This is choosing a new direction. Choose a new, different method of approach, okay? Don't keep doing the same thing, because you're going to be getting the same result. If you do it a little differently, then the result will be different. We also have here, you are ready. This also tells me that emotionally, spiritually, physically, you have gone through a lot over the past few months, even years. And it has taught you to be a stronger person. And so this is what we have here. We have a situation where the angels are saying that you are ready emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You will be able to tackle this situation. We also have here, let go. Now, letting go talks about letting go of that belief-related issue, the problems that you may have been facing, all of the problems that you have in terms of that external thoughts, the other people, the other issues that you may be facing. It's important to let go of that in order to have that peace and harmony in this connection. So in an argument, let's not bring up certain things that really upset your person of interest. Once you can, to have a proper discussion, but I see that happening with the peaceful resolution card. The rest of it, it's important for you to let go if you really want this connection to work. We also have here, when is it going to happen? Perfect timing. It's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. It's not going to happen just like that, not going to happen randomly. This is in divine timing. We also have here, in the meantime, ask for help from others. There are other people out there, friends, family, loved ones that do care about you genuinely, and they don't want to see you get hurt. So reconnect with these people, talk to them, tell them what's up, tell them what's going on in your life, and someone may be able to give you some sort of advice that will really make you change the way you think about things. I also have here, for those of you that want to move on and you're kind of just done with this person, it's important to convince yourself that it's no longer a good option, because we have here, look for a sign. This also means look for red flags. Was this person treating you right? Were they treating you wrong compared to what other people do? We have here also recovery. Because of the way they were treating you, You were going through a few things, and now there's this need to recover. Yes, there may be a peaceful resolution in this connection. That's okay. There will be a discussion, and you may just decide to part ways. Here we have literally choose a new direction. So choosing a new direction, you may be wondering, can I do this? I don't know if I'm up to it. No, here it says you are ready. You are ready. The only reason you can choose a new direction is because they know you can. And they know you can because you are ready. So they already know this stuff before you. But they're just guiding you. We have here emotionally, spiritually, physically, you are ready. And of course, let go of the situation, let go of this person. I know it's easier said than done, but if you do not, it will be weighing you down. Honestly, it's funny what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon, and there are individuals trying to go up into the air with this hot air balloon, but there's somebody dangling from the bottom, and they're quite heavy, and they're pulling it down. Their weight is actually, it's weighing it down, right? So this is why it's important to also let go. And of course, asking for others for help is always good. This could be just asking them for advice. Even, it could be on any topic. How do you meditate? What kind of vacation should I take? Where should I go? It could be anything at all. But what you'll notice is that whatever you're going to discuss with whoever in the coming days, they will provide you with some information that's going to uplift you, make you feel a little better, and then you will be able to move on in your life by choosing a new direction and also by letting go. And with that, the result will be that you will recover. This will be a proper balance between the mind, body, spirit, and the soul, because things happened here and it really messed things up for some of you, not all of you. For some of you, it wasn't good. All right, Leo, that is your reading, guys. I know I've gone over my time, but thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments as much as I can, and I try to reply back as much as I can. And thank you for supporting the channel, for having the patience. I recently had some issues with the platform itself that we upload on, and there were some administrative issues. That's actually why it has been a bit delayed, because I had to go backtrack and fix a few of the videos because of certain things that were popping up in the discussions that they were sending over to us. So I have another channel, Asnointia Audio, and I do have some videos there. All the videos are absolutely free. Some of them are on past life and spiritual connections. So you may find that helpful. What and who is a twin flame, karmic partner, soulmate. I also have some on actual past lives as well, like what are they and how to recognize such things. We also have a playlist that I created. This is on relationships, and there's different types of relationship issues. Some of the ones I find that may be applicable to this particular reading, one is called Letting Go and Moving On. That is the most recent one I have uploaded. Please have a look at that. And it's just audio. There are images, but that's just for your entertainment. You can literally just go about cleaning your home, whatever, and just listen to me while I'm talking, so that you actually understand what some people also go through and how to navigate through such difficult situations, how to let go, how to move on. It's very important that many of us know this, because you also had the let go card. Now, some of you, you may see some information there regarding dating an emotionally unavailable man. And also for some men who are here, why she ghosts you. I have a video there for men as well. So have a look at some of those videos. They may be helpful, giving you some insight as to what the person is feeling deep down and what they're not expressing to you. If some of you are interested in love readings, yes, the one I currently have, I do provide you with a love reading, and I do have it available on my website. That is a PDF plus an audio, so you get both, and that is very much in detail. I also have past life readings that I do, as well as helping you get rid of negative energies from your life. That's called the Chakra Checkup Package. So please have a look at that. If you feel that this situation has really brought you down, you have the recovery card, so I recommend that some of you do get that. If you feel your energy levels are low or there's a misalignment here, you just feel off. You just don't feel right anymore. And This could be because of this person. It could be because of, honest to God, any type of trauma energy. This could be from childhood, could be from, I've had people that have been to shamans and the shamans fall in love with them. And so they're just doing like black magic on them. So if it's black magic, if it's witchcraft, voodoo, hexes, curses, evil eye, it gets rid of all that kind of stuff. If you feel that there's something in your home, if you feel it's haunted by any chance, that's pretty creepy. It happens. But I do have this package. Plus, I also have the Holy Light package. Very simple, easy method to help you get rid of negative energies from your home. So the reason why it's important to get rid of these things is because they create problems for us to receive what it is that's owed to us karmically. So once it's gone, whatever's written in your book of life, whatever's owed to you karmically will come to you. And if you want to manifest something, usually the negative energies are kind of blocking it. So how to manifest? This is when I do this and I teach you how to do it. I have the ability of having a look at the negative energies that exist in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. With the help of my angel guide, Angel Fakil, she also confirms these numbers that I see. And so I teach you how to get rid of these things. And I only use, the method is only based on the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and the angels in heaven. That's it. Easy peasy. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you guys again. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And let me know if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments, and it does help me understand how this storyline that I was talking about, how it actually aligns with your situation. All right, take care. Stay safe. Bye now.